So over-the-counter hearing aids and prescription hearing aids have far more in common than they do differences. They're both medical devices. They're both registered and cleared for distribution by the FDA. They have the same basic function: help people with hearing loss. So the FDA actually invoked a series of test requirements for quality control that OTC hearing aids have to meet to give assurance to the OTC hearing aid user that the products actually have quality. And it's not even known whether or not some of those hearing aids that are being sold today as prescription hearing aids would pass the test requirements for the over-the-counter hearing aids. They've never been subjected to the same level of scrutiny that the FDA has put on over-the-counter hearing aids. Not that much different than prescription hearing aids. They have microphones, they have amplifiers, they have the loudspeakers we call receivers. So the parts are the same whether they're in the prescription hearing aid category or the over-the-counter hearing aid. In many cases, these parts are made by the same companies. The devices are even assembled by the same companies that have been making traditional hearing aids that we've used for decades.
And from our standpoint, it doesn't matter whether the device itself is an OTC product or a prescription product. They all have the same components. It's more about how the patient or the consumer is able to utilize that product to most effectively address their hearing loss or to optimize their hearing. And that's something that third-party payers should be rewarding in terms of outcomes, and not sort of structuring their payment models in such a way that people are actually penalized for going one direction or another.
So what you would hope that you're getting is an over-the-counter hearing aid that has some kind of internal architecture that communicates with you. So you can respond to the system and go through some steps like testing your hearing automatically, maybe listening to some different sound settings to go through a self-fitting process. And that's kind of the crucial part of getting the best out of an over-the-counter hearing aid. It's not required, but it's something that you'd want to look for. So there's a higher barrier requirement to give information to the FDA to get this certification that it's a self-fitting over-the-counter hearing aid.